What's up, gang? You know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. Just like I said this morning, last night, I was like, I bet you anything TJ Rogers has another part. It's just, there's no way he didn't. So he did, just like I thought he would. I just felt like he had to have one more in him. So let's check it out. This isn't the usual time that we stream. He dropped this part like um, right after we finished live streaming. So I figured, hey, it's not that long since then. It's only been a couple hours. It's about noon. I got to do a trash run, whatever, life. So I figured, let's just watch TJ's part. This solidifies it for me. He's got to be Skater of the Year. I mean, what is this, like 8 parts? And it's 3 minutes more of footage, so it's got to be intense. I have a hard time believing this wouldn't be a great part. So let's check it out. Skate Mafia Saturday, TJ. Here we go again. I have a feeling this will be pretty intense. Skate Mafia has been around for a while. I'm glad he's on a good team. Skate Mafia seems to fit him. Already switchback tail. Oh, into the bush. Man, I'd be so stoked on an all white TJ Rogers shoe. Like drop the red, the blue, just go all white with a gum sole. Dang. He's good, man. There he is smiling again. I'm calling it now. Thrasher hates people smiling, so it's going to count against him. Uh, Frontside 180, frontside shove, nose grind revert. We got a switch flip up, switch heel out. Very reminiscent of Expedition. Kenny, I forget his last name. Kenny something. He did one that was switch heel up, switch heel off in San Francisco at the 3 up, 3 down. There's my favorite trick. I love nollie heel flip, frontside nose slide. Switch back heel up. We've seen a lot of switch back heels in the last few videos. It seems like a lot of people knocking them out. Someone did switch back heel nose grind. Oh, it was the new pro on primitive. I forget his name. Back 180. Oh, jeez, nollie back 180. That cap was sick. Man, he's kind of killing it right now. Kickflip nose slide on or no side kickflip tail side shove. I just think TJ, he's just a machine. I don't think anyone's really matching his output. Nollie pop shove, it's sick. That was a rad switch ollie. Let's see here. Got a board slide, fakie. I That could have been left out. I'm not feeling that. That's sick. I feel like that board slide to fakie was like filler. Didn't need to be in there. There's an all black of issue, or was that the S298? Dang, that trick looks so sick. Tail side kickflip. A lot of people have been skating this spot lately, especially him. Fakie front nose with slightly less baggier pants than he's had historically. He did the Kruger grind revert on the last part, so the Kruger grind shove was kind of a follow up. It looks like probably the same day. Dang, big half cab. Got a big half cab there. This is a spot. I think it's in the Bay Area. Pretty sick. I gotta say, I like Skate Mafia. I'm not a big fan of the hand gestures. It always comes off slightly goofy to me. That was sick though. Let's see. We got back tail, big spin. Whoa, that was surprising. Do you think we're gonna get another clipper shot? Or not another clipper, another Wallenberg trick? I think we might get one more. That switch blunt up the brick hubba was sick. I like this spot. This spot always looks good. Ooh, that was rad. We've seen a lot of tricks this year on that. That was the coolest one of all of them. We had like a back 180, switch back 180, a backside flip, Reynolds frontside flipped it. I like that. And ollie big spin. I'm telling you, I'm calling it now. There's another Wallenberg trick. Bigger spin. Oh, so close. I thought for sure he was going to hit Wallenberg again. Good part. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good one. Not his best. I kind of feel like maybe that was like one of those situations where I don't know. It was like happening really quick. He had extra footage that he wanted to just get out there. Let's take a look at the tier list, see if it affects our tier list at all. I you know, when I'm looking at this, I still think this is the way it's going to be. I want it to be TJ. I think we ended our tier list as this top 6 was our prediction for what Thrasher is going through, as to like their choices and the order of their choices. If I had my choice, it wouldn't be much different. I think my choice would just be TJ on top, Antonio, and then Chris Joslin. Actually, I'd probably put Chris above that. Antonio's sick. I mean, there's no denying that. But Chris with El Toro, the Wallenberg big flip, I just feel like these two are the lead contenders for this. Now, like I said, I think Thrasher's probably going to give it to Chris Joslin, which, you know, at that point, you have to, like, we have a decision, like, we as, like, collective have to recognize that they're not giving it to the guy who puts out the most parts, but they're probably going to give it to the guy who, like, pushes the sport forward or has the most, like, impact in skating. Um, I think that's a toss up between the top 3 here. But it's hard for me. I think Chris and Antonio are almost interchangeable, not in the way they skate, but just in their effect. I think Antonio's like style is leagues ahead of Chris. Like he just looks so much better on a skateboard. But Chris is doing like crazy stuff, right? But TJ's my number one pick. I think it's his time. I think that was like his 6th or 7th video part this year. Just on sheer output, I think he's got it, for me at least. I don't know if Thrasher will feel the same way. Kind of disappointed there was just like a board slide in that video part. Felt like a little bit of filler, but still cool to cap it off. Um, who knows? With TJ Rogers, the way he puts videos out, like there could be another one next week. You know, like who knows with him. But anyways, just wanted to jump on because you know we had finished the stream and TJ released another part and it was good. You know, I think he's had better parts, but it was a good part. All right, everybody. We'll see. This is the top. This is what I got. This is what I think is going to happen. For me personally, I think this would be my dream, my choices for Skater of the Year. But I think in terms of Thrasher, I'm gonna say that they're probably gonna give it to Chris, just because of the El Toro stuff and like Jake Phelps being so, you know, he was like he's got a lot of history. Like even though he's passed, he has like a lot of hold on everybody. And El Toro is like a pretty like monumental skate spot. Doing something there is pretty intense, especially saying that you did once, truck broke, but you go back and do it again. So I think Chris is going to end up getting it, but TJ is my number one. All right, everybody. We'll see. I don't know when they're going to announce it. Probably next week sometime, but who knows? Maybe TJ's got another part. I thought we'd see another Wallenberg clip. Anyways, until next time.